Hey everybody, it's Emily at ARC Schooling, and today I want to talk to you about the Build Your Library Level 0 update. Last, I don't know, couple of months, I've been working on some updates for Build Your Library levels, especially the lower levels, because I haven't done those in a while, and so I have a lot of stuff going on in level 0. For some reason I kept finding more and more things that I wanted to include, but the other levels will also be updated later. I will bring you more information when those happen, when I have them ready. But for now, the level 0 update is ready, so I wanted to talk to you about it. If you're not familiar, level 0 is basically a kindergarten style program. It's very gentle. It's 30 weeks instead of the regular 36 weeks of the other levels, and it's all about around the world and learning about world cultures and geography. It's a really fun level. I really had a lot of fun with it, and I kept finding more things. Can you tell I'm a geography nerd? I just kept finding more and more stuff that I wanted to include. The update began because I really wanted to include this particular poetry book. Several months ago, we checked out the nature one from the library, which we loved, and then I found out there was an animal one, and I was like, oh, that book is beautiful. It is perfect for level 0. Maybe I should change the poetry book out. So after getting it and looking through it, I mean, this book is absolutely stunning. It's so pretty. Like all the different pictures of the animals, and it's fantastic. I love it. Just so beautiful. So I decided that I needed to change out the poetry. And then while I was in with the poetry, I was like, well, what else is out of print that might need to be switched out? Not that the poetry book was out of print, I don't believe, but I just thought this one was better. No offense to Eric Carle, his book is also beautiful and I recommend it, but this is just, it was too perfect. So, like I said, I started looking to see what else might need to be changed out. I knew I had a few things, but I'm just gonna go through the books. I have 3 editions for the geography section. The first one is that the book I used for the Antarctica section is just, it's out of print. It's beautiful. I love that book, but it's hard to find, and I knew I needed to replace it. So I found Sophie Scott Goes South by Allison Lester. This book is a diary style book written by a little girl traveling to Antarctica with her father, and she just kind of details their expedition and what she does there. It's a nice little picture book, and it's really cute, really well done. I love the illustrations. I love that they also include photography. It's great. And then I have 2 books I added that are spines, and they are both consumable-ish. The first one is Adventures Around the Globe, which is by Lonely Planet Kids, and this is a sticker book plus activity book, and it goes through all of the continents, and it has pages where you can put stickers that comes with it and decorate it with the stickers. It has little overviews of the continent. It has coloring pages that your child can do. It's just a really cute, fun little book. My kids all love sticker books. They're a thing around here. So when I was looking for things and I just saw this and thought, you know, I know my kids would love it, and I'm pretty sure most kids would also love it. The stickers supposedly are reusable, but I don't know, we haven't tested it out. But it just looked like a lot of fun. So this is consumable, so if you have more than one child doing this level, you'll probably want 2. Unless you don't mind photocopying or your kids working together, I don't know. I would say 2. The other consumable-ish book is, again, it's supposedly reusable, is Flags Around the World sticker book. This is by DK, and it's exactly what it says it is. You can go through each continent, and hold on, I'll show you. Each continent has these little squares, and you can add the stickers from the back of the book so you can learn about the different flags. And there's also a few little activities like quizzes and things to see what you know. There's a section for your child to design their own flag. It's a really fun little book. And again, kids love stickers. They are reusable in this book. You can take the stickers off and put them back and do it again. So it's nice, fun, and it reinforces their learning, and it's just another fun way to study world cultures. I only had one book to replace for science. There was the one about Nut, the polar bear, went out of print, and I wanted to find something else that could fit there, and I happen to already have this on my bookshelf. The Let's Read and Find Out About Science. Why are the ice caps melting? I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about climate change with your child. It's Let's Read and Find Out series, which I love. Their books are really well done, they're well written, they're well thought out, and I think that this is just a perfect addition for that. And I like that it also includes things that your child can do, because I know when you talk about negative things like that, kids want to find a way to help. So I like that it also includes some ideas for that. So it's a great little book. A few of these other books that I've included were things that I'd had in the back of my head for the last little while. Like, I want to fit these in somewhere. So I finally found a way to do so. So when you're studying Little House in the Big Woods, I felt like we needed to include something on native cultures. You know, it needed some balance. So I had this book. My youngest daughter and I did a unit study a few months ago on Native Americans, and I had this book and I thought I really wanted to include this in Level 0. 13 Moons on Turtle's Back, a Native American Year of Moons. This is sort of like little poems almost. And the illustrations in it are just beautiful. And it's sort of a calendar story about the different changes of the seasons throughout the year. And it's gorgeous. And we really enjoyed it when we read it. And I thought Level 0 would be a perfect fit for this book. It just needed to be there. And to round it out as well, I also found this book, A Boy Called Slow by Joseph Bruchac. I love Joseph Bruchac's books. They're all phenomenal. This is also Joseph Bruchac, so, you know, I mean, I'm a fan. And I thought that this book in particular would be a nice little change up about a little native boy who grew up to become a hero for his tribe. I thought that that would make a really nice parallel sort of with Little House in the Big Woods, sort of what the other side of the story is of the people that were living in and around that area before the Ingalls family got there. While studying Europe, I found this book. Somebody recommended, I wish I remember who, so I could attribute it to them, because this book is so pretty. It's so pretty. This book is about France. It's The Cat Who Walked Across France by Kate Banks. I bought this with no intention of adding it anywhere. I just wanted to look at it because I heard it was good. And I am a fan of picture books. And when I saw this book, I was like, oh, this needs to be in Level 0. It's too pretty. This makes a fantastic follow-up to Linné and Monet's Garden. This book is about a cat who's walking across France because his owner died and he's lonely and he doesn't know what to do with himself. So he just wanders around France, and you get these gorgeous illustrations, and they're very much in the style of the Impressionists and Monet, and it's so pretty, and it does have a nice happy ending. It made me tear up a little. It's beautiful. This book, it's too pretty. Another book that I'd been wanting to replace is Little Pear. I had heard some things about it that I did not realize, that it was just a negative view of that culture, and I didn't catch that, honestly. I have read that book many times, and it just never occurred to me that it might be a negative portrayal, which made me upset because I didn't catch it. So I decided that we needed to replace that book. And then I stumbled upon this book series by Grace Lin. I love Grace Lin's books. They're all wonderful. Pear the Dog, it's the first book in the series, and it follows a little girl named Pacey, who is also, by the way, Grace Lin. It's her childhood memoirs, basically. And it's her life growing up in America, but also being from Taiwan. Her family came as immigrants from Taiwan to America, and so she's in both cultures, and so you get a lot of stories about her parents growing up in Taiwan, as well as stories about Grace living in America as a Taiwanese American and what that's like. So it's just really, really cute, really well done. I really enjoyed reading it. I think this would make a fantastic read aloud. I kind of want to get the rest of the books in the series. I think my youngest would really like them. And the last book I wanted to replace, because, you know, like, you start and you can't stop. The last book that I wanted to replace was the book I used for Australia. I was never in love with that book, but it's so hard to find a book, especially a chapter book, about Australia, living in Australia as a kid, any kind of story. For some reason, there are so few on the market, and I don't know why. That's crazy. Australia is a really interesting country, and I don't know. But anyway, I finally found something that I liked, and this is Audrey of the Outback, and it's by Christine Harris, and it's about a little girl named Audrey who lives in the Outback in the 1930s, and what her life is like, and it's just really cute, and it makes a fantastic parallel with Little House in the Big Woods, because the stories are similar in that they're both living in this wilderness and they don't have many neighbors, and they kind of have to make do with what they have and all the chores that they have to do. It's just, I thought they make a really nice parallel, and you can kind of compare and contrast the stories really nicely. Audrey is adorable. She's very imaginative. I think I read somewhere that these are like the Australian equivalent to Ramona Quimbley, which I would have to say I agree. She's very Ramona Quimbley-ish. And I think that it was just a really sweet book. So those are the books that I have updated in Level 0. I hope you enjoy all the updates. I'm always working towards finding the best books. And when books go out of print, of course, I have to find something I can replace that with. And so I'm really excited about these replacements and about the new books I added. I think that they're all wonderful, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I did. And if you want more information about Level 0, I will add details and a link in the description box below, and you can learn more. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Happy reading. Bye!